Hello, everybody. Welcome to RenderWright. Um, this is my first episode in a series where I make different arts, different props, and environments, and walk you guys through it so you guys can, well, do the same things, learn some tips, put some things in your portfolios. Now, as I do these and learn myself, I would like you guys to learn with me. So this episode, first thing I would like to do is a stylized tavern environment. So today we're going to be working on tables. So these. First thing we have to do is leak default cube and add a cube. First, I'm going to start by doing a block out of the object. I'm thinking wooden table, maybe 3 wooden planks. If I scaled it down thin on the Z and X axes, I would like to keep it uniform, so I will open absolute grid snap in increments so that it's, well, basically doing this so it after I set everything to world origin, it's perfectly centered. And when I import this to Unity or Unreal, I don't have, well, trouble placing it in perfect spots, you know? So, like this. I would like to scale it on the y-axis. Let's do scale y2. Oh, I accidentally deleted it. Come back. Thank you. Make it 1 high. And I think I would like to thin this a bit more too. Thin it on the Z a bit more and thin it on the X a bit more. There we go. That looks about right. Maybe a little bit thicker. That looks about right. So I'm thinking there will be 3 of these next to each other. Yep. And I can't control R that because I did in 2 steps. So place that. Oh, it's about there. All right. That looks okay. I think right now it will be off center, but I'll recenter it as a whole later. The height is good though. I'm also thinking I'll probably add 2 metal bars to the sides to keep it in place, keep the planks in place. Not really working off a specific concept arts right now. Usually I would. But I have a pretty simple design idea in mind. This is actually a remake of a table design that I've done before. But that at that time I was still learning a lot of things and it did not end up being too well. Okay. Oh. Oh no. Clouds, I think here is nice. Skills on the axis. Back. Scale down a bit. That's too much. I'm pressing. Oh, also, while I'm moving to move it in smaller increments, after I'm moving it, I'm pressing Shift so I can move it in smaller increments. Yeah. Since I didn't make these on center, I mean, it's. I'm gonna close this for now, actually. Now, it doesn't have to be perfectly centered on something like this because it's a table, it will be flawed. So I actually think maybe moving it a bit off center might be nice. Just to make things not so uniform, I think I'll scale this maybe down a bit and then this one up a bit on the y-axis. So it's a bit more varied. This quite simple. I think I'm just gonna mirror you on the oh yeah, I need to mirror it on here. Okay, so if you want to mirror something from the origin, oh wait, no, I can actually just do it like this. I'll just select this as the mirror and mirror it on the y-axis. Yeah, that should work. I was gonna show you guys a trick of adding an empty object to the world origin to mirror it along there, but I mean, I don't have to. Plus, this is not exactly origin centered. Honestly, if I kept the original one in the middle, I think it would have been. You know what? Maybe we could fix that. How about we select everything and try to make it perfectly centered? Yes. There, now it's perfectly centered. Yeah. Oh, turned upside down. Alright, so I could make these a bit thinner. On the Z as well. And maybe a little bit on the X as well, but not too much. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. These will be metal bars to hold these wood planks together. Now, let's see what we got for legs. I think the legs would probably be stuck to the planks, not the metal bars. That just makes more sense, craftsmanship wise. Set another cube. Oh, I should have. You know what? I should have probably installed, well, reinstalled my add-on that lets you guys see my button clicks. I'll try to narrate it as a mistake for now, but I'll get that going for next time. Don't worry about that. Here we should definitely scale down a bunch. Going across and yeah, there we go. That a bit more center. One more take. Nah, that looks good. Oh, sorry. Okay, move. No. Gotta first move and then press shift. That's what I'm doing wrong. Alright. That looks good. So we can. Let's go to edit mode for this. Go to face select and extruded on the z-axis. Oh, well, that actually works perfect for the size. One increment down, exactly on 0. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I think, let me isolate it. I think I would like up here. Why aren't you selecting the loop? I press Alt. That's weird. Okay, I'll just select it like this. Want to scale this down a bit. This one selected loop. Pressing Alt to select loop, by the way. Scale this down a bit. I want a loop cut here. Scale it up a bit, and I think that looks fine. Well, no one would look better actually. If I did this, selected the bottom and scale loop select. Okay, it doesn't want to loop select the edges actually. Is something weird with that? Let me turn off snapping. No. I'm pressing Z to open this menu, go to wireframe to check if I have double edges or something. No, one was just acting weird. Okay. It's not a big deal, just select them separately like this and scale them up. And that looks a bit more like a table leg. Now I'm also going to be mirroring you on this guy. Is that right? Yeah, okay, now I did it right. And perfectly placed 4 different legs. I actually also want to add beams between them. Support beams. Because this is going to be a tavern. People might jumping up and down on the tables. You want it to be stable and supported. So could add a. I guess we could do that with a cylinder. In this bottom menu, we change the vertices to. Let's do 7, so it looks a little uneven. Scale you way down. Rotate you along the y-axis 90 degrees, so you're side. I'll turn on increment snapping to put you about center of the leg. Like that. And put you up. I think there, right where it gets wider. So we scale it on the x-axis. So it's in. No, okay, that doesn't look good. I think I can turn off increment snapping. Just to move it up here. Definitely scale it down. I'm gonna press Shift X so it scales it on anything but the x-axis. And I'm gonna scale it down on the Z and Y axis so it's a bit thinner. That's looking good. We mirror this. Select select the middle bar for reference on the Y axis, not the X. And that's looking good. I will shift the duplicate you. Let's right click to stop moving it. Rotate. I need to select the new one. Oh no, because I do. because I duplicated it, I think. I duplicated the mirror as well. Yeah, okay. I will cancel the mirror on this one. Rotate you along the z-axis 90 degrees, so you're horizontal like that. Let me put you straight in the middle. There we go. Turn off snapping now. Scale it on the y-axis till you're going into these beams. And I will make you a bit smaller on anything but the, let me shift Y so it doesn't affect the y-axis. I will make you smaller so that you're not sticking out from the sides, and that looks alright. It will look nicer when we texture it. I can make these two a bit larger as well. Can make these two a little larger as well, so you're going straight into it, their side. Yep. Perfect. Alright. That looks to be about done for the low poly side of things, actually. I could make one single plank and duplicate it, save UV size, but I think this is small enough that I don't need to, so I'll instead choose to have 3 different looking planks. Yeah. I don't want to. Okay, can we do the sculpting as well? It's already been 17 minutes, so I'm not actually fully sure. Maybe we leave that low poly today and do sculpting tomorrow, and then painting on Wednesday. 3 days for an object seems reasonable. And then I think by the end of the month, I'll probably have finished the environment proper. So let me set up for that. I'll rename everything so it's organized. Blank 1, oh, caps. Blank 1 low. I'm naming everything underscore low for the low poly and underscore high for the high poly, so Substance Painter has an easier time to read them. You can make Substance read these keywords at the end of your objects to make your job easier. Blank 2 low. This one's blank 3 low. I'll go for 20. I think I'll show you guys. This is perfectly mirrored. I think I can save UV space by doing this once and then like doing the UV for this once and then mirroring it. So I'm not gonna apply the mirror, that's why I'm not applying mirrors. So this will be metal bars low. This is legs low. X supports low, and I could just keep the supports low, honestly. And this will be main support low. Oh, that's a question mark. Let me double click it, rename it, and oh, if I can maybe type, that would be amazing. All right. Now, next time we're going to be making a high poly version of low poly, and then we'll be painting it. So, since we're gonna be sculpting the high poly and then baking it into the low poly, I'll show you the entire process. Do not worry. This will be very light on the game engine. Like this whole thing right now has let me open statistics. 276 triangles, and it's gonna stay that way. But after we bake some details into this and paint over it, it's gonna look detailed. That is, for cinematics and stuff, it might not matter as much. You can just keep things high poly. But for games, you want to save as much processing power as you can at every corner. So this is pretty default process for game asset creation. So that was pretty short, yeah, but I don't want to rush over things. I want to do things step by step, all of it, because well, a lot of beginners will be watching my tutorials. So I figure I'll be doing one video low poly, one video high poly, and then one video painting. So three videos per object. I might need, on some very detailed objects, I might need two videos for the sculpting. If that happens, I'll try to release them on the same day, but yeah. But now, see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining into RenderWright, where I hope to teach all of you 3D game art. See you tomorrow.